So let's go ahead and put ourselves in some weird positions and see how we relate to them. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and begin here. A little bit of heavy talking here in the beginning because it's a little bit different in the setup. We're going to have our strap in an open position, right? So you're just going to take the strap and wrap it around behind you. And then from here, just check that your strap is pretty even in length on both ends. And then the strap's going to go underneath your armpits. So you're going to loop it over your shoulders. Okay. So now you have this thing wrapped around your back. And then you're going to take those two ends of the strap and then just cross them on your back. Okay. So then now you have an X on your back. Right. And then just kind of like you have your backpack straps, or if you have your backpacks, grab those straps and then you pull down on them. Right. You kind of get a sense of the direction that we're going in. So it's going to begin to create this sailing, open sail position there in your chest. I think that's enough. If you got it out nice and right, it should feel pretty good. Right? There's a depression in the shoulder blades and a little bit of retraction, right, or a drawing together of the blades. And it really opens up the chest and encourages the collarbone to elevate. Right? Good. And then just have that, right? So I'll keep that set up for now. And then go ahead and grab your blocks. We're going to start in Virasana, aka Hero's Pose. Okay. In our setup here, you're going to take that block in between your ankles, right? Squeeze the block between your ankles. See if you can click your toenails down into the floor. Pay close attention to the pinky toes. Make sure there's contact there to the ground. And you're just going to sit your hips down onto that block. All right. I encourage you try maybe starting with the block on the second height. Right? If you find that when you begin to go down, you find a little bit of discomfort in your knees, or it just doesn't work with your ankles, you can lift your seat up a little bit higher. And if you have those two blocks, stack them on top of each other. Right? Just elevate your seat. Good. Cool. Any questions? All right. So with that, all right, once we're going to get ourselves set up, we'll open up our class with a balanced breath, right? Alternate nostril breathing to set the foundation, right, of our breath and kind of a sense of this equanimity or balance with the inhales and exhales in the left and right hemispheres of our body, the left and right sides of our body. As we begin to explore kind of these extremities of extension, right? So we have this kind of nice solid relationship with what it feels like in our breath to be at ease, okay? So once you got all that stuff set up, right, you got your block there underneath your butt. Even if you can sit your butt all the way down to your heels, I encourage you to sit on that block because we'll be here for a good 7 minutes or so. Good. And then once you get your butt on that seat, take a moment, let your pelvis tilt forward. So you feel kind of like your belly is just flopping forward, kind of spilling down the tops of your thighs. That's a good place to kind of set your hips. Right? You already feel this kind of natural invitation for your spine to get a little bit taller. Really kind of tip into extension. Good. And then reinforce that. You're going to take your belly now and then just keep your pelvis tilting forward and then just engage your belly. Begin to suck and lift and balance it out on the front side. Okay. Good. And then before we continue on here with our breath practice, right? Alternate nostril breathing. What's going to happen is you're going to take your pointer finger and middle finger. You're going to place that in between your eyebrows, right? And then we're going to take we'll use our right hand today just so that the cueing is nice and standardized, right? You're going to take your right thumb, and that's going to close your right nostril. and then your right ring finger is going to close the left nostril. The sequence and the pattern is, right, we'll open up with a couple rounds of exploratory breaths. But once we get into that alternate nostril breathing, you're going to inhale, right, on the right side, and then close, and then exhale on the left side, inhale on the left side, and then close. Right? Open the right side, exhale, and then inhale on the right side. So essentially you can think about this: every time you inhale, or each time you inhale, you're going to close your nostril and then switch to the other side. Cool? All right, don't think about it too much. Just a quick preview. It'll start making a little bit more sense as we engage in the practice, right? So with that being said, right, shins press down for a second down into the floor, squeeze your ankles into the blocks, tip the pelvis forward, reinforce that, draw the navel in, sit up nice and tall. We'll have the hands on the laps. We'll start with the palms facing up. Go ahead and pick a finger, any finger on each side to touch to your thumb. And then begin to straighten your elbows. Try to reach down towards the floor there, down your thighs, towards the knees. All right, good. Fix your eyes on something very still. And then let's take 2 deep breaths, everybody. You're going to inhale right into your belly. Filling into your chest, all the way to your collar. Hold the breath. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Let the shoulders soften and relax. Your jaws release. The eyes are soft. All right, one more breath like that. Inhale through your nose. Sigh out of your mouth. Let's go ahead and close the eyes this time. All right, with the eyes closing, allow that to signal to the rest of the body just to kind of chill out. Right? We're beginning to shift into a different state of understanding. Good. And then from here, just go ahead and take a scan of the body and noticing your points of contact, your ankles in contact with the block, your shins, your feet, your hands on your thighs, right? And maybe even the soft touch of the strap looped around your shoulders. Good. Take a moment here, notice sounds. Allow them to pass and appear, and pass and appear. Good. And then using that now ability to notice and sense things, right? Check once again, are your elbows straight or did you forget about them, right? No problem. See if you can engage there again, the backs of your arms or triceps, extending the elbows. Notice here the soft touch of your thumb to your finger, whichever ones you've chosen. And the reaching through the remaining fingers, right down towards your knees. Each of these kind of tools and instruments, reminders, right? Reminders of alertness and consciousness. Good. And then let's go ahead and circle that attention back to the breath. Wherever you feel it there in your body. Maybe it's a strong connection in the belly. Maybe there's a soft rise and fall in your chest. Maybe you feel the movement of your breath here in relationship to the frame of this belt that's loosely wrapped around your shoulders. We're not looking for the right place. We're just looking. And maybe we begin to open ourselves up to the possibility that things are constantly changing, even in this very soft and subtle exploration. Good. Let's begin to now create a little bit more vivid breath, a little bit of structure. You create a box breath, right? Meaning an equal length of breath on each side of the breath, right? The inhale, the pause at the top, the exhale, and the pause at the bottom. Each the same length. We'll do a couple rounds together to begin. Exhale all the way out, empty yourself to the pit of your belly, draw the navel to the spine. And then we'll take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale back out of the nose. Good, now this time you're gonna inhale through your nose and begin to count. How many seconds does it take you to take that breath? Good, and we'll try that one more time. Inhale and count. Exhale all the way to the end. Good. Whatever number you landed on, it might be 4, might be 6, maybe 7 or 8. See if now, inhale same way. Hold the breath for the same amount of time. Just count there in your mind. At the end of that count, exhale all the way out. Right, do that one more time. Inhale, same length as the hold at the top. Good, and then this round, inhale and hold is the same. Now, lay that across the exhalation. All right, one more time. If, for example, your inhale is 5, the hold is 5, and the exhale likewise is 5. Good, and then these next following rounds, whatever that number is, carry it now down to the end of your exhalation, right, for that pause at the bottom of the breath. It may be 5, 5, 5, and 5. Whatever that number is, the breath is now equal on all sides. Right, do 2 more rounds of that. There's no rush. Steady the breath. Invite the attention, welcome it to the singular activity. Good. Finish up that round, whatever you're on. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and take your pointer finger and middle finger of the right hand, place it in between your eyebrows. Good. Empty the breath all the way. You're going to take your ring finger, cover your left nostril. And then same box breath. If it was 5 seconds, inhale on the right side, right nostril. There you go, good. And then hold for whatever 5 seconds it was. Both nostrils now closed. And you're ready for that release. Open up the left nostril, exhale left side. Remember, pause and hold at the bottom of the breath. And then when you're ready, left side inhale, equal breath. Close the nostril with a ring finger and hold. Open up the right, exhale. Hold at the bottom. It's time for that in-breath. Inhale right. Close the nostril, hold. Exhale, open on the left. Hold at the bottom. We'll finish out this round together. Find that inhale, left side. Both nostrils closed. Opening right, exhale. Good. Do 3 more rounds on your own. Take your time. Remember those holds and pauses. After each inhale, you close the nostrils and then alternate to the other side. Relax your jaws. See if you can soften up the right shoulder. Keep the head neutral. One more round. Right, next time, the last time, you exhale through your right nostril. You're going to release your hands back to your lap. Take your time getting there. And then take a couple easy breaths. No more frame, no more structure. Just sense the breath in and out. Good. Now when you're ready, you're going to inhale, slowly open your eyes, keep your eyes steady. And then now from here, we're going to go and take our arms down by our sides. If you can, try to aim your fingers, maybe your pointer or middle fingers can touch the floor. Maybe they don't, no problem. All right, but draw the shoulder blades down the back, squeeze the arms to the sides of the body, and then reconnect to those ankles, right? See if you can continue to squeeze the block there between your feet. Good, now flip your palms out. On the next inhale, stretch your arms up over your head. As you exhale, swim the arms back out to the sides, palms spreading, and then down back by the hips, right? 2 more times like that. Flip the palms out, inhale. Exhale, reach the arms out to the sides. Press, press, press. Down, down, down. All right, one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, arms out. Press nice and even. Spread through your fingers. Engage all the way to the ends of the extremity with a clear connection to the center line. Arms stretch back up. Inhale. Good. And then now from here, you're going to take your right fingertips to your left temple. Let your head drop to the right side. And then slowly bring your left arm back down. Good. 2 breaths here. Inhale, breathe into the left side of your chest, into the neck. Ease in the jaws. Keep spreading your left fingers. Good. And then release the right hand down to the floor. Recenter your head. Inhale, stretch the arms back up overhead. Left hand, right temple. Bump the head to the left side. Arms, right palm spins out. Down to the floor. Down by the sides. 2 big breaths. Inhaling into your right jaw. Across the right side of the neck. Remember, don't tug on the head, just resting your hands. See if you can eliminate any kinks in the path of the breath. Excellent. Left arm comes down. Head comes back to the center. Arms stretch back up. Inhale. Hand goes in the back of the left side of your head, and then turn your head down to your armpit on the right side. Left arm comes down, spread those fingers. Couple easy breaths across the back of the left side of your neck. Right? Yes, shoulder blades are going down, but don't let it be so taut, right? Let there be so much space to maintain that easy, equal breath that we just created. Good. Release the right hand. Bring the head back to center. Arms stretch out to the sides. Inhale, lift. Left hand, right side, back of your head. Turn the head to the left armpit. Swing the right hand back down by your side. Can you create the shape there in your neck, right, without scrunching the breath out? Let it be smooth. Allow the breath to flush across every little kind of corner there, across your neck. Right? Release the left arm, center your head. Inhale, arms reach out, up and over. Good. And then now fingertips touch behind the head. Inhale. Pull your face straight back. Spread your elbows out to the sides. Good. And then exhale, squeeze your elbows together. Tuck your chin into your chest. All right. Good. And then a couple rounds like that. You're going to inhale, press your head back into your fingertips. Feel your chest coiling up like a cobra or a dragon trying to set up to blow some fire, right? And then as you exhale, elbows together, spread the shoulder blades apart. Right, so it's a very kind of variation of cat and cow. Extension on the inhale. Exhale, elbows come together, chin tucks. Good, last time. And exhale. Good. And then inhale back, elbows wide. Pull the face straight back. Exhale, engage your belly. Push the shins into the floor. Draw the navel to the spine. On your next inhalation, reach your arms straight back behind you. As you inhale, feel that curvature in the upper back. Then as you exhale, try to lift your back up. Draw the bottom ribs in. Good. Take one more inhale. Reach, reach, reach back. Stabilize there in your legs. Push your shins down into the floor. Good. And then as you exhale, come back to the center. Keep your arms reaching. Good. Take one more inhale. Reach up a little bit taller. And then exhale, arms go out to the sides. Floating back down. Good. And then here with your setup, the strap there wrapped around your back. If you joined us a little bit after this explanation, you gotta take the strap behind your back, loop it through your armpits, throw the ends over your shoulders, and then you're gonna take a cross there on your back, right? So you're gonna crisscross the strap on your back. Now we're gonna grab hold of the strap here at the ends, through your armpits. Okay. And then just to kind of feel it out, do it here from the side. Walk your hands up towards your armpits. And then squeeze the elbows in towards the midline or point them towards the space behind you. On your next inhale, pull the strap straight down towards your heels. And then as you exhale, soften the back, the shoulders, down the back, and engage your bottom ribs. Good. Notice here with the frame of the strap around the shoulders, when you inhale, feel your collarbones ballooning up towards your face. Then as you exhale, reinforce that movement, right, by drawing the navel in, tucking the tailbone just a little bit. We'll do one more breath. And then release the strap. Rest your hands on your thighs. Take a couple easy breaths here. All right, we'll try that one more time, and then we'll start flowing a little bit more, building some more heat, taking this idea, right, and see where it takes us. Nice. When you're ready, grab that strap. Make sure you recross the strap on your back. You're going to take that strap, make sure that it's looped around the front of your shoulder heads, not too far off to the side. Right? Grab hold of the strap, walk your hands high, as high up as you can into your armpits. And then on your next inhale, pull the strap straight down towards your feet. Right? Notice that as the chest starts to open, if you're not mindful of it, it'll start to fling your head back. Right? Which could be nice, but you want to make sure that the breath is still there with you. Right? A good starting point is instead of flicking the head back, just pull the face back and keep that equal spacing of the chin to the chest. Let's do one more breath here. Good, let that go, release the strap, hands on the laps, 2 equal easy breaths. Sit there, down, down. All right, everybody, so kind of just remember that setup. We might get into this again in a little bit. All right, so for now, let's go ahead and take that off. Take your strap off to the side, plant your hands, get up off those blocks, and let's place them at the front of your mat. Cool. Let's go and continue with this exploration of the spine, right, with some simple cat-cow. So hands and knees, going to inhale, pull the collar forward. So find that similar action, right, when we had the assistance of the strap. And then as you exhale, round your back, press the bottom ribs into the spine. Right, it's about 3 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Push down into the floor, draw the blades away from the ears. Last one. Excellent, good. And then back to the center. Right, and then now from here, we'll continue balancing that spine. Go ahead and slide your right foot back, push the ball of the foot down, and then slowly lift the right leg, right? So it doesn't have to be so high, just in line with the rest of your body. Tuck the bottom ribs in, raise the left arm now by the ear. Squeeze the legs into the midline. Imagine that you're crossing your right hand to your left knee, that you're trying to squeeze them in towards the middle. Good. Lengthen the back of your neck. Pull the face straight up off the floor. Take one more breath. And then exhale. Left hand comes down. Right knee comes down to the floor. All right. Let's take a cat-cow. Inhale. Lift the collar. Exhale. Round and push down into the floor. Good. Find the middle. Lengthen the tailbone away from the low back. Start with the left foot, slide that back, push it down into the floor. Feel the front of your body in a hollow position. All right, keep that sensation. Just lift your left foot a little bit off of the floor. You're gonna go ahead and now take the right arm by the ear. Keep spinning the palm up towards the sky. Keep lifting your inner left thigh towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale. Let's put it all down. Right hand, left knee to the floor. Cat-cow, everybody. Lift the chest. Pull the face back. And then round through your spine. Nice. Find the center. Toes are tucked. As you exhale, lift the knees. 2 breaths here. Squeeze the arms. Bend the elbows a little bit. Point your elbows towards your knees and then straighten them again. Good. Take one more breath. Then as you exhale, flick your thighs up into your hips. And then begin to lengthen there through the backs of the legs, downward facing dog. Scoot your feet back a little bit. Give the front of your hips some more space. And then from here, let's bend those elbows again just a little. And then just like how you did earlier, point your elbows down towards the floor. And then from there, push forward through your pointer fingers. Anchor your thumb down into the ground. Great, let's do the same here for the low back, right? So you're gonna bend, come up onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, slide your butt up towards the ceiling, and then slowly spread your toes. See if you can keep rocking your butt back towards your heels. Maybe the knees straight, but it's not necessary. Good. Relax your cheeks, soften your jaws, let your head hang, the top of the head pointing straight between the hands. Good. Everybody inhale, tip forward into plank pose. The most awesomest pose in the world. Right? Also known as horizontal mountain pose or Tadasana. Right? So with that being said, find that Tadasana. Lift the thighs up, lengthen the tail, lift your collar, lift the bottom ribs. Let's do one more inhale. Then you got downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, everybody, up onto the balls of your feet. Exhale, step your left foot forward to your wrist. Set the right knee down to the floor. We'll keep the back toe stuck. When you're ready, inhale, lift the arms up. And then as you exhale, arms reach out to the sides, spin them down to the floor, and then back by your sides. Good. Arms reach back up, inhale. This time, exhale, cactus your arms out. Inhale, lift your elbows forward. Try to spin your palms behind you. Exhale, hug the bottom ribs back towards the spine. Good. Everybody inhale, stretch the arms back up towards the sky. And then exhale, fingertips touch behind the back of the head. Good. Try to send the elbows side to side. Don't pull them back. Straight side to side. Inhale. Press the back of the head into your fingers. Great. And then as you exhale, hands come down. You can use your blocks. Straighten your forward leg. Ardha Hanumanasana. Half forward split. Push the heel down into the floor. Enliven your toes. Lift and hook your collar towards your left foot. Slow the breath down. Good. And then now from here, you can continue using those blocks. You're going to inhale, tip forward, lift the right knee up off the floor. And as you exhale, straighten the left leg. Once again, both knees now off the ground. Spiral the inner thighs in towards each other. And then make it so as if you were trying to lift your left foot, right, off the floor. It might not come off the floor. In fact, we're not trying to do that. But what would that feel like to try to lift that leg, try to pull the hips straight back? Good. Take one more breath. Great. And then rebend that forward leg. Plant your hands. Step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, climb up onto the balls of your feet, lengthen your butt back. At the bottom of your exhale, step the foot, right one forward, left knee goes down. We'll have those blocks ready, right? When you're ready, arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, arms out to the sides, press, 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 nice and easy down to the floor. Stretch the arms back up, inhale. Cactus the arms. Inhale, spin your elbows forward, pull your face back. As you exhale, hug your ribs in towards the midline. Good. Arms stretch back up towards the sky. Fingertips tap together behind the head. See if you can now inhale, pull the head back into your fingers. Don't squeeze the blades together. Keep the elbows flared out. Good. And then inhale, stretch and reach your fingers behind you. And then as you exhale, come back to the center, reach your arms up, pull those bottom ribs in. Now plant your hands on the blocks, straighten the forward leg, push the heel down into the floor, and then not so much of a flexion in the spine. See if you can keep your spine nice and tall. That's what we got those blocks for. Breathe into the back of your leg. Nice. And then we're going to rebend the forward leg, and just kind of like a piston, the back one comes up right off the floor. So slide that foot back. Give yourself some space. Try to get the left heel pointed straight up towards the ceiling, right? Not sickled down here like this, but pointed straight up. Good. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Then as you exhale, straighten your forward leg. So both legs straight here. Foot on the floor, if you can manage that. It's a bit, just a different feeling, right? If you lift the heel, or excuse me, if you lift the toes up off the ground. All right, but for today, we'll keep the foot flat on the ground, push into the inner foot, swivel the inner thighs towards each other. And remember to keep the backs of your calves smiling, right? Meaning like as if you have gum on your heels, you're trying to scrape them side to side, left and right. Really what that's triggering, right, is a internal rotation at the top of the thighs. Good, take one more breath. And then rebend your forward leg, plant your hands down, step it back, Adho Mukha Shavasana. Good. Inhale, balls of the feet, tilt your pelvis up. Good. Exhale, step your foot forward. Left one, right knee comes down. Inhale, float your arms up over your head. Exhale, down by your sides. Curl the tailbone. Arms reach back up. Inhale. Exhale, cactus the arms out. Inhale, spill the water bottles behind you, like you're trying to reach back with a cup in your hand, right? Just spilling it down your back. Exhale, hug and pull your bottom ribs in. Good. Inhale, reach your arms out to the side, spin your thumbs down and behind you. And then as you exhale, fingertips behind the back of the head. Right? So there's this ever so subtle extension with each inhale. And just a very subtle and soft flexion to counter that. On the next inhale, reach your hands straight back behind you. Then as you exhale, keep reaching up, organize the front of the body and press it into the back. Very good. Take one more breath. Exhale, hands go down, slide the hips back, straighten the forward leg. Rebend this forward leg, lift the right one, inhale. Exhale, shift back, straighten the left leg. Rebend the left leg, inhale, crescent, arms reach up. Keep the back knee just a little bit bent here this first time around. Exhale, shift the hands back down to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Balls of the feet. Make some space, step the right foot forward. Rear knee touches down. Arms out to the sides. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, arms out to the sides. Imagine you're pressing beach balls down through the surface of water. Arms reach back up and out to the sides. Cactus the arms out. Good. Take those hands, spill them behind you. Reach back. Hug the bottom ribs in. So remember that feeling of that cat pose. Inhale, spiral and reach the arms out to the side. Spin your palms out, turn your thumbs behind you. This is super exaggerated cow. Fingertips touch behind the head. Inhale, feel this cow pose. Press your fingers, head into your fingers. Reinforce it there. Feel as if you're moving towards cat. Reach your hands behind you. Inhale. There we are. All the way up. Pull the belly in. Now really on the outside kind of reflects more the cat pose. Arms keep reaching. Inhale. Good. Half front split. Exhale. Good. With or without the block. You're going to shift forward. Rear knee comes off the floor. Inhale. Rock your hips back. Shavasana, right? Or pyramid or variation of pyramid pose. Good. Rebend your forward knee. Bend the rear one just a little bit. Crescent pose. Arms reach up. Good. Take your hands down to the floor or on the blocks. Let's step forward to the top of the mat and fold. Push your hands to your shins. Take an inhale, half forward fold. Full forward fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Arms reaching. Reach, reach, reach up overhead. Good, and then now from here, exhale, arms out to the sides. Stretch the arms back, up and over. Keep the shoulder blades drawing downwards. And as they come up to your ears, let them lift, that's all right. Then exhale, cactus your arms. Good. Spill that cup behind you. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw the bottom ribs and lengthen the tailbone down to the floor. Inhale, now reach your hands out to the side. Spin your thumbs down behind you. Good. Bottom ribs stitch in. Lengthen the tailbone, heavy into the ground. Good. Inhale, fingertips now touch behind the head. Soften those elbows. Don't yank them back. Keep them moving a little forward. The head presses back, kind of leans back. Next inhale, reach your fingers behind you. And then as you exhale, straighten yourself out. Reach up towards the ceiling. Good. Take one more inhale. Then exhale, fold down, down, down to the floor. Half forward fold, everybody. Inhale. Set your hands down, plank pose. Good. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees, then your chin, chest, then the belly. Point the toes back. Everybody, inhale, Cobra. Pull the face straight up off the floor. Exhale, forehead touches the ground. See if you can suck your navel off the floor. Feel that line on your back. Two more, Bhujangasana. That's Cobra. Keep the navel engaged, the backs of the legs firing. Forehead touches. Engage your belly. Pull the tail out of the spine. One more inhale, nice and smooth. Right? Not so fast, right? Nice and smooth. Forehead touches back to the floor. Tuck the toes, everybody. Inhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Steady the breath. Remember that evenness when we were doing the alternate breath, right? Immediately after we release. Very good. Balls of the feet, everybody. Inhale. Stretch your butt back. As you exhale, step to the top of your mat. And fold. Good. Straight into a half forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, full fold. Inhale, stand all the way up. Arms stretching to the sides and overhead. Back out to the sides. Hands come down. Good. Flip those palms. Inhale, stretch and reach. Cactus. Inhale, try to lift the elbows up in front of you, up towards the ceiling. And then lengthen the tailbone down towards the floor. Feel as if you're trying to squeeze your ribs with your elbows, but you got like sticks between your arms and your armpits. There we are, good. And then bring the hands out to the sides, spin the thumbs behind you. Fingertips now touch behind the head. Inhale, press the head, lean it back into your fingers. Keep the tailbone heavy. Everybody, inhale, stretch and reach behind you. Good, as you exhale, straighten out the spine. Pull the belly in, hug the ribs, and reach. Inhale. Exhale, fold it back down to the floor. Half forward fold. Bring the hands to the mat, step it back, plank. Good, squeeze the arms. Tip it forward and lower down to the ground. Forehead touches the floor. Inhale, Cobra. Remember the feeling of your fingers behind your head. Use that same strategy here, right? Forehead comes back down. Lift and suck the navel away from the ground. Keep that reinforcement. When you're ready, one more time. Forehead touches down. Toes tuck, everybody. Inhale towards child's pose. Downward facing dog. Steady the breath. Let your chest melt. Arms should be super warm. Lift those bottom ribs on the exhale. About 3 more breaths here. Good. Last time here, Surya A. Inhale, balls of the feet, look forward, step or jump to the top of your mat. Half forward fold, inhale. Full forward fold, down to the floor. Good, stand all the way up, reach your arms. This last cycle, we're gonna exhale, fold all the way back down, down to the ground. Good. Half fold, hard up. Seal the hands to the ground, plank. Inhale. Lower to the ground. One time. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, forehead to the mat. Tuck your toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. And from here, everybody, let's go ahead and step the left foot forward. Bring the right knee down to the floor. And then let's go ahead and come on up. We're going to bring the arms straight up overhead. And then as you exhale, bend your left knee forward. Let the front of your right hip open. Now tuck and draw the tailbone in. Nice big opening here in the front of the right thigh. Good. And then now from there, you're going to bring your hands down. Scoot your left foot over to the side. Both hands now are on the inside. And then crawl your right foot even further back. Right? And then with your hands there, you can use the blocks too underneath the hands. That works. And we're going to go ahead and create kind of like an upward dog here. With the right leg behind us. Right? So you're going to lift your chest. Push the right knee down to the floor, but really lengthen the tailbone, even as you open up the front of your right thigh. There's a lot of flexion in the left hip going on here. Good. And from here, you can stay here like this, or bring your forearms down onto the floor. Right? And for now, we're keeping the left foot, inner left foot, glued to the ground, right? If you find that your knees popping out to the side, just walk your left foot a little bit wider. Think of this as a super, super deep squat, single squat on your left side. So a couple easy breaths here. You can stay here or tuck your back toes now. Hover your right knee a little bit off of the floor. Actively squeeze the legs in towards each other, like you're going to scissor them closed. Good. Then set the right knee back down to the ground if you lifted it. Go ahead and come back up onto your lunge, your little lunge. Yeah. And then now from here, you're going to stretch both arms back up. Exhale, cactus the arms up. Spill the water bottles behind you. Reinforce the ribs. Inhale, stretch your fingers out to the side. Spin your thumbs down. And then fingertips back of the head. And then inhale, pull the face back. Good. And then on your next inhale, reach your fingertips behind you. You can stay here like this or bring your right fingertips down to touch your right heel. If you do that, your chest will start to turn to the right. Can you keep turning your chest skyward? Good. Take an inhale, squeeze your legs together, back to the center. Take your time. Plant your hands, lift the back knee, downward facing dog. Hang the head. Smooth out the breath. Slow your inhale down. Right, when you're ready, let's take that right foot, step it forward, settle the knee down to the floor. From here, just scoot your left knee a little bit further back. Widen the right foot out to the side, and you're going to bring both hands on the inside of your forward foot. You got those blocks. We're working the opening of the left hip, right? So, kind of the opposite of movement principle 5, right? This left thigh bone is getting pushed forward. That's okay. We'll do that for a couple breaths here right now. We've been trying to descend the femur most of the class. Right? So feel here the extreme opposite of what we've been working on. Okay, cool. And then now I want you to suck your left thigh bone back in and meet that with your sacrum, right? So lengthen the sacrum down to the floor. You want to feel as if you're going to take a step forward with your left leg, but your knee and your foot are stuck on the ground, right? They're glued to the floor. Very nice. Okay. And then now from here, let's get into that forward leg, right? So a nice deeper squat or flexion in the right hip. You're going to go ahead and now bring your forearms down all the way to the floor. Use your blocks. Right? Or maybe you're like, that's too much. You could just stay up on your hands. Right? That works just as fine. Keep sealing the inner right foot to the floor. Don't let the knee swivel out to the side. Right? So it's a nice, good, steady flexion there in the right hip. Right? It doesn't get relegated or pressed into the inner knee. Want it to feel even across that right leg. Good. Now, if you made it down to the floor, you're going to lift and create a little bit more challenge here. Lift your left knee up off the ground and then squeeze your legs together, right? Don't let your left hip kind of flip to the side. And you get your hips leveled with each other, left and right side. Excellent, everybody. Bring your left knee back down to the floor. Pop back up onto your hands. And then now from there, arms are down by your sides. We're going to inhale, reach. Exhale, bring the hands back down by the sides. That part of it. Arms reach back up. Cactus. Good. Turn the elbows forward. Spin your hands back. Pull the bottom ribs in. Feel as if you're trying to do like a pec deck, right? But really it's just activating the serratus muscles. Good. Spiral your hands out to the sides. Thumbs spin down behind you. Fingertips touch. Inhale, reach your head back. Good. On the next inhale, reach your fingers straight back behind you. Take your time. It's super big. You can stay here like this, or bring your left fingertips down to your heel. This might start to turn your body to the left. Keep pulling your face back and then angling your chest straight up. There you go. Good. And then bring it back. Slowly, take your time. Plant the hands. Downward facing dog. Good, that's pretty big, yeah? So when you're ready, let's go ahead and get into a child's pose. Please go down. We'll take a full balasana, right? We'll circle the hands behind us. Rest the forehead on the block or the floor. And just let the shoulders kind of slump up. So there's a cat pose shape in the shoulder blades. So you just got your head on the ground. We're in child's pose. Good. On the next inhale, go ahead and sit on up. We're running low on time, right? So let's go ahead and begin to wind it down. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves onto our backs. And then from here, stretch your arms up over your head. You're going to hook your thumbs together and then reach way up over your head by your ears. Take an inhale, try to spread as much of your back, especially the low back, into the floor. Good, now pick your feet up off the ground. Straighten the legs up. And then see if you can lift your hips up a little bit off the floor. Maybe bringing your feet towards your hands. You don't have to touch over your head, and then don't bend your knees just to make that happen. Right, maybe that just looks like more you're here or here, doesn't matter. Tailbone lifting a little bit. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the inner thighs. Keep stretching and reaching your hands. Good, and then about 1 minute, you're going to slowly lower the hips back down. Remember here the low back and its relationship to the floor. See if you can get as much, keep as much of your lower back touching the ground. Let's say about 1 more minute here. You're slowly just lowering the legs to the floor. Keep stretching and reaching through your arms. Bottom ribs hug in. Tailbone continues to lengthen, right? Don't let it start to tip and angle to the floor. Keep it curled up towards your heels. About 45 more seconds. Keep reaching. Thirty seconds. Reaching. Keep the low back close to the ground. Press the ribs in. 15 seconds. 10. Reach your fingers. 5, 3, 2. Hover the legs. 2. Hover a little off the floor. 2, 1. Release the legs. Let your arms come down by your sides. Take 1 more deep inhale through your nose. Sigh out your mouth, and if they're not already, close your eyes. Allow your body to relax. There's nothing to do. There's nothing else. Now is all there is. About another 2 minutes in our Shavasana. Just allow the body, thoughts to settle. When you're ready, slowly take your right hand across your belly. Bring your left hand on your chest. Couple easy breaths. Now take your time. Start wiggling your fingers, stretching your arms overhead, lengthening through your legs. Arch the back, maybe press it down into the floor, right? That should feel really good. Press your belly down into the ground. And take a moment, take your time, roll over to your side in a fetal position. Good. And when you're ready, come up to a seat with the eyes closed. Good. And together, one last time, we'll bring the palms in front of the heart, hands touching. Just take one more moment here to notice the shifts and the changes. And then another moment to notice that which does not change. The one noticing the changing. It's always there. And here we are, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out to practice. Namaste.